Hey guys, so here bringing you another video, so welcome back to Climb to Master. So we return, I think on 96 LP, and just to remind everybody, this is the chain of videos, and while there's a massive level 1 happening, this is the chain of videos that I've pre-recorded this footage, and we're now recording over it. Anyway, a massive level 1 fight happening, we do actually get the first blood on the Thresh, because he goes for a flash hook, misses it. Enemy team, again, a bunch of people flashed. I think the Jax flashed, I think the NUNU flashed. I think we use a bunch of summoners, but, you know, small advantage for us. Just to explain, while our team comp is, we've got a Rengar top, Jarvan jungle, a Nivea mid with a Lucian Leona bot lane. And on the enemy team, I think it was Aurelia in mid. So Aurelia mid, Jax top, Nunu jungle, and a Thresh in the bot lane, and I can't exactly remember what their AD carry was. But yeah, this is obviously in the chain of videos that I have, or this is pre-done footage. I played this game by the time this video comes out a few days ago. And it allowed me to kind of concentrate more. Again, we're 96 LP from me playing this game. So we get in promo the next game if we do end up winning. And yeah, I think it's kind of, you know, none of the games, I'm recording all these commentaries on the same day, so I don't know how well you guys have taken them. I hope really well. Anyway, Aurelia for some reason mispositions quite badly. I take a couple auto attacks that I probably shouldn't have, but we get her about half health as well as I'm at half health. I'm just chugging my corrupting potions at this point just to get myself back up to full health. And also I went Ignite Aurelia, Ignite Anivia this game, not Teleport. I've started to do that a lot more nowadays because I like the aggression that it brings. You know, Nivea is a threat, and even though she's not an early game champion per se, you can kill people if they miss position. If you get a good stun combo a few times in a row, you can definitely do it. Meanwhile, bot lane nearly get a kill on the Caitlyn, but she manages to survive. But yeah, obviously us having a Rengar top lane is a little bit weird. Normally don't really see them anymore. Obviously, I used to play a lot of Rengar top. Hence why, if you don't know the story about the logo on my channel, it's kind of why it's a lion. It used to look a lot more like Rengar, because at the time, I used to be playing a lot of Rengar. But if we actually do something today, because again, I've been recording these a bunch in a row, today's video will be one of the videos that we're going to give away one of the exclusive solar emotes. Actually, we'll give away 3 of them. So if you guys want to have a chance to win, again, we've given, by the time this video comes out, well, like I've already given out like 11 or 12 so far. Probably would have given out a bunch more by the time this video comes out. But yeah, if you want to have a chance to win, obviously this is Europe, so EU West and EU Northeast. All you're going to do is be subscribed, like this video, and in the comment section, also, Anivia goes for, Aurelia goes for a play. That is not worth for her. But in the comment section, tell me, I guess, like, what kind of commentary style you like and why. Like, hey, do you like just the live commentaries? Do you like the post-game commentaries with the replay file? Or do you like these hybrid ones? I'm sure people would have done it over the past couple days that we've done episodes like this. But this one is actually me asking you guys that question specifically. Let me know. Anyway, my top lane, by the way, are just going, like, storming through the enemy's jungle, like, just getting kills left and right. Meanwhile, my bot lane gets another kill. Aurelia is missing, which I do warn them about. I'm in a Nivea that has no mana, so there's literally no point me roaming here, by the way. They are doing their best to try and just, like, kill them anytime they can. Obviously, I can't control the camera here because it's pre-done footage. Rengar gets 1 kill. Rengar, I think, also manages to survive. They get a double kill. I am pinging, or have pinged, obviously Aurelia is missing. She does eventually go top lane, gets one of them, and Jarvan will live. So they get another 2 kills. So that top lane is already snowballing like crazy. And obviously, that would have been a big reason for why that's snowballing. Is because of the level 1. Is Jax used flash at level 1, so to get away from a Rengar top with Ignite, he wouldn't have been able to get away from him in the early game. I think he got ganked early, Jarvan went top lane. So that level 1 fight honestly did a lot good stuff for us. Anyway, this game, I will say we did a little bit different with Anivia. We are actually trying the Corrupting Potion tonic combination. So the tonic that you, one of the talents that you get some movement speed, and your potions are more, they're more successful, or they do a lot more with that rune. I think it's pretty good. So I'm trying it on Anivia. I think this is the first time I'm trying it on her, and it does seem pretty good because, again, one of Anivia's one of her biggest weaknesses is the early game mana, and obviously Corrupting Potion does also give you mana back. It's not just health. So, yeah. Furthermore, just to say about the Sona emote giveaway, we are giving away a bunch on Instagram and Snapchat. just randomly. Like I've put like in my head, I know how much I'm giving out in certain areas. Meanwhile, Rengar gets another kill with the Ignite. So if you want a chance to win something from the Snapchat or the Instagram, all you got to do is send me something interesting. Like we've given on, I think like on the Instagram, we gave someone one that was like, it was a funny meme type thing that made me laugh. And I don't usually laugh to memes, but it was a funny one. I've given one away to somebody that did a really cool cosplay. And I was like, that's legit. They deserve one. So it's for a bunch of stuff. Meanwhile, Jarvan's coming in for a gank. Aurelia might be able to get away. I throw my Ignite down on her. Unfortunately, I make a small mistake and I do get killed. Couple reasons why I get killed then. Again, I do remember vividly. I should have flashed. Like, I kind of thought we were going to kill her beforehand. Jarvan says my bad. I actually don't know why he says my bad. Like, maybe he's just being polite. But I say, you know, I could have flashed. I just didn't think I'd probably die, but I did. And, you know, potentially I might have even thought I'd egg form up and I didn't. So that was a mistake by me. I don't know why Jarvan's saying my bad. Probably just being polite. But yeah, so my Instagram, by the way, is just HuzzyGames, and my Snapchat is just HuzzyGames. Just send some stuff there, and you've got a chance to win some emotes there too. And obviously, I will say this will happen. This type of thing of giving these stuff away will be happening more and more when the Riot official partner program does get launched, because it's actually not out yet. But instead, whenever it gets launched officially, we'll actually have exclusive chromas. And the chromas also give the skin that the chroma's for. Meanwhile, Aurelia goes under tower, takes a bunch of tower damage. So the chroma gives the skin if you don't own the skin. And if you don't own the champion, the chromas will also own the champion, or give you the champion too. So it's worth quite a bit. So when we're giving that stuff away, that will be pretty damn good. Anyway, Aurelia goes for a play. I played that pretty well. Unfortunately, don't kill her. She's on 30 health. But I think I played that as well as I could. Jarvan also comes to the back line. I kind of laugh about it because it did look funny. He flashed and then EQ'd, then I think flashed and then got the ult. So the Jarvan used a lot for that kill, but I think it's worth. Because the thing with Aurelia mid, and I've always noticed, and I would say actually it's more melee mid in general, they tend to tilt a lot easier because like you can deny them a lot easier. When you're playing a mage, and if it's not going very well, that mage can just like decide, I'm going to play passive and just like farm and stay back. And melee can't really do that because they have to go all in to be useful, or like useful for what they're doing. I kind of decided here, yeah, from memory, I was like, I may as well buy another mana because, you know, mana is one of my weaknesses. Have no idea what the NUNU was doing there, by the way. Looked completely alone. He went for a gank, it didn't work. Then he went in again completely alone and then just ended up dying. From memory... Again, obviously, we didn't include loading screens and stuff in these videos. Maybe I will in the future. But he's a Shaco one-trick, and it got banned. I think I might even have banned Shaco. I can't exactly remember, but, like, Shaco's a pretty good ban in this rating, because, like, Shaco's one of the highest one-trick champions in League. So if you've got nothing to ban, everything's banned that you wanted to, like, you know, Akali and, I don't know, Kaiser, and all the bans that you want. They're all banned. Shaco in Diamond is actually a legit ban, because the likelihood of banning out a one-trick is actually very, very high. Anyway, I'm trying to deny her. You can see I'm throwing out the wall, but she's taking a bunch of damage, so I'm not even that mad about, like, that trade for mana for health. That's not bad at all. But yeah, gonna just keep farming. Can potentially look for, like, some kills here. Again, in this specific 1v1, which we have played a lot more of. Meanwhile, there's a potential gank coming in. I'm trying to, like... I was trying to bait them, but for some reason Rengar walked out of the bush, and I don't know why. He is going for an ultimate play, so we are going to look to try and get a couple kills here. I throw my ultimate down just to make sure we get something. I throw a wall, which we do end up killing it, but it blocks off the Rengar a bit, so I don't know if it was my best wall or not. Randomly, Leona just gets boinked into the NUNU, which was kind of funny looking. Rengar's going for a play. There comes the Leona, and I actually do... Or Jarvan manages to pick up that kill somehow. Wait, how does Jarvan get the NUNU? I don't even know. Oh, he must have been... Wait. Oh, I thought it was Leona that was next to me. It wasn't. It was Jarvan. So, yeah, a bunch of good stuff. I decided just to back out early because I've got basically no mana. So, I'm going to push the mid lane, try to get into the Aurelia's tower, most likely, and then probably go back. So, this game is going really, really well, as you guys can tell. And I'd actually say this stemmed from the level 1. And what I... like... You know, you can learn from different things of, like, you know, I've always said, like, you don't win the game in early game, but obviously it helps when you take an early game and you make it go a lot better. And what happened this game is that the level 1 was amazing for us. Meanwhile, Jarvan gets a nice ultimate in. Unfortunately, Lucian is focusing a Thresh for some reason. But yeah, the level 1 went fantastic for us. And if it just stayed at that, we only got 1 kill, but it's because the enemy team burnt like 3 or 4 summoners, like flashes, and then they got punished even more. Meanwhile, my team is staying bot lane. I thought I'd go top lane to cover it because we don't want those towers dropping when we're snowballing. Try to keep those towers. We get tier 2 bot lane. Jax has gone missing. I'm like, is he still top lane? Probably not. But yeah, so what happened is the level 1 happened. Wasn't the end of the world for the enemy team. It's only 1 death. But it's the snowball after that that basically kind of like put the nail in the coffin. It was... and meanwhile, we get recognized in the chat, which is kind of funny. So basically, it was like, you know... Jax used flash at level 1, then he didn't play defensive. He then got killed by Rengar, I think, like in the gank by Jarvan, where he should have probably been playing defensive. Then they got killed again, and then again. Like, basically, what I'm trying to say is you needed to... Well, they needed to play more defensive in order to make it okay, but they didn't. They risked too much at the level 1, and it's okay to risk stuff, but then they didn't, like, play smart about it. Anyway, I actually muck up there. That me walling probably delayed me getting that blue. NUNU just comes over and probably just going to nom smite it. And yeah, so I was like, feels bad, man. But yeah, shout out to the Leona if you are watching this video. Thanks for watching. Thanks for the support. It's kind of cool getting recognized in game. I'm not going to lie. It's a weird feeling. But yeah, we're now sieging as 4 people. Rengar is also in the area, potentially looking to be in a bush, maybe even use his ultimate pretty soon. Teleport coming out, and I'm like, NUNU's coming in. I just wall in because it's like one of the best counters against NUNU. Combo coming in. There 2 or 3 of them were on my ultimate. NUNU ultimate comes down. My ultimate is staying up just to kind of zone a little bit. Lucian's going to try and pick up a couple people here and there. For some reason, he actually stopped thinking that Aurelia was dead, but now he's continuing to chase. Dodge the hook, and that is the team fight. So Lucian, I do actually think he might kill her, but... So he does end up killing her. He could have killed her way earlier, but unfortunately, like I think he stopped to go back to mid when he thought, oh, she's dead, and she wasn't. So yeah, I had no mana. That team fight was okay for me. If my ultimate was positioned a little bit more in, it would have been better. From memory, this I was like, oh, people will enjoy this from watching the video. I'm like, oh, I need to do the blue buff. I'm completely yeah, if from memory, I kind of decide that this is a bad idea. For 2 reasons. 1, I don't even know if I can kill this now. I might die and waste egg form. But secondly, sometimes I take blue when I shouldn't. Like, if you take blue now, I think blue buff lasts 3 minutes. If I take blue buff now, I go back, then I come back to the lane. I've just wasted 30 seconds of that blue buff from going back. Where if I go back... buy, then do blue buff, which will be quicker because then I got mana, and then go back into the game, I've not wasted pretty much any time having the blue buff going back to base. So that's something worth mentioning. A lot of people take the blue before they go back. It's not worth doing a lot of the time, or pretty much ever, unless you think it's going to get stolen while, like, you know, while you are going back and buying. Pretty much never take it straight away. Anyway, I'm going to go probably straight back to the blue. Enemy team picks up the Rift Herald, so they do get something for themselves. NUNU, which again, I can't remember what skin he is, but it looks like the one from Labyrinth. Oh, what's the guy from Labyrinth called? I can't remember. Ludo? It might be Ludo. Rengar pops his ultimate, just probably looking, scouting for a one-shot here and there. Like, he's a very strong Rengar. Doesn't manage to get anything that time. I'm just doing the blue, and then I'm going to start grouping again. And wabam. I might even do the Scuttle Crab from memory. So they do get engaged on. I skipped the Scuttle, obviously. Trying to make my way over. My team obviously knew that I wasn't there because I was doing the blue. Lucian just goes straight into a Jax. I'm like, not good. Again, the reason why that's not good for 2 reasons. By the way, Leona just flashed toward the enemy base, which is a bit weird. But because it was a 3v5, there was 5 people on the enemy team in that area. I was doing blue, and Rengar went bot. So my team just should not have been there. Like, you could always argue, like, oh, you should have run straight to your team. I don't even know if I would have got there in time to help. But I do ping Infernal Dragons coming up. That's definitely worth something that we want. Because, again, we're a full damage team comp apart from a Leona. So 4 of us make a lot of use with Infernal. I have heard, by the way, through the grapevine, the champion in the game that actually makes the most use of Infernal Dragon is actually Jhin, the AD carry. He gets the most stats from Infernal in the game. Anyway, NUNU, for some reason, is engaging on the guy, the Rengar. I'm going to try and make my way over. He is alone, which you've got to be a little bit careful of. I'm trying to get there in time. Don't know if I will. Leona coming in, going for a play. Go for the stun. Do get the stun, but Aurelia's damage reduction is kind of crazy, so she takes basically 0 damage. She's as good as a full tank, more or less. NUNU kind of commits to this, which I don't know why he does. Go for the stun, land the stun, put the ultimate on top of him, go for the E, and we do pick up the kill. So yeah, this you can definitely tell this NUNU being 1-5 right now is very not comfortable on his champion. Gonna try to get a wall just to make it a bit awkward. Jax jumps directly onto my ultimate, but I do actually get stunned. Boom! Go for the hero flash play to save the Rengar. That was a good save. Gonna continue trying to fight a little bit. Enemy team, 2 of them have died. None of us have died so far. And that does manage to keep us the pressure. We could back out right now, but Jarvan's on the side, probably looking for something. Jack's potentially going to run in. I wall him. He does jump over with a ward. I think this is time that we should probably just back off and go do Inferno. So that was not bad. We get 2 kills. No one dies. I did a good save on the Rengar. You know, is that worth? I'd probably say yeah. Because again, when you're snowballing, like this is a relatively snowball game right now, you don't want deaths. Death slows us down. I don't want our game to be slowed down. You can see the Rengar is thanking me in chat right now. No problem, man. Like, it was a good play. But yeah, this game's going pretty well. I'm probably going to go back and buy my rower if I had imagined now. Sorry, my nose is like itching right now, so that's why. Also, I just noticed I'm a little low down in the camera. There you go. That's a bit better. Which I actually don't go back for rower, apparently. Probably should. Because again, rower stacks up 1 stack per minute, so you want to get it as early as possible. So that's probably why I should probably go back as soon as I can get it, which I didn't this game, but I think it's okay. Gonna buy, don't waste any gold, you know, use the gold that you've got, buy another amp tome, it will eventually build into something. So, yeah. So what am I saying there? Playing okay-ish without doing a live commentary, just wanna get back to Diamond 2-ish. That is true. That is exactly my thoughts right now. Although my farm is this game is ... So I'm probably, yeah, I'm on 91 farm in 17 minutes. That's pretty bad. It has been a pretty high intense mid lane, but that still is pretty bad. Also, well, what'll be interesting to me is how much farm does the Aurelia have, because it's always in comparison to what your mid laner is doing. If I'm not that far away, then it's probably just mid lane's been a bit too chaotic to farm well. And also, you could say the point that, like, look, in that whole wave, I got 2 minions. Like, Aurelia's only on 105 farm, by the way. So it's not that much different. And my farm has been taken, like, here and there. Like, in that 7 or minions, I think there was a cannon minion there. So in that 7 minions, I only got 2 of them. So I'm not even being able to farm that much anyway. Boom, there's the counter to the NUNU. Again, Anivia's probably the best counter to NUNU in the game. Because you just go, no, no, and no snowball for you. Again, going to try and get some farm. There's 1. We get 2. So in that wave, we get 3. Yay. But again, it's not exactly what we want, right? So I do get stunned by the Aurelia. Then I get hooked. I do have egg form, by the way. So them engaging on me isn't even a good idea by them. Caitlyn dies to me and Leona. Leona finishes her with the ignite. Lulu engages on me. So this is the enemy team. This is their problem. Meanwhile, Jax jumps in on me again. They didn't, by the way, they didn't even blow my egg. I'm just doing a bit of damage here and there, so I get another kill. They didn't even get my egg, but they engaged fully on me. They used Aurelius on me, Thresh Hook on me, and they did, like, even if they killed me and got my egg form, I still wouldn't have died. So that is just the enemy team making the completely wrong call for who to go on. And I know a lot of people are going to say, in the moment, you can't, like, decide who you go for. It was a free Anivia catch. Kind of true, but they shouldn't be looking for that unless they know they can just one-shot me and not have consequences. Not worth it. Anyway, we're going for a very early tower take here. I think we decided back off because, like, you know, Lucian's Rengar's pretty low, I'm half health, Leona's running a bit low on resources, so we do just back off, which I think is the correct call. If we went for inhib there, hell, we might have got the inhib, but I think we probably would have died after getting the inhib, which could have led to, like, well, maybe it would have actually been worth, because, like, it's not Baron, because the Baron's coming up in 40 seconds. So who knows, that might have been worth, actually, to try and get that inhib. Anyway, going to take the Scuttle Crab, because why not? And I think I'm going over to take blue, which, once again, is that the right call? Probably not. This is where these commentaries sometimes a little bit better, because it allows me to learn about myself. Why am I taking this when I'm about to go back? I'm going back, so I'm just wasting the time that I've got blue right now. So that is something definitely in the future that I'm going to be probably more careful about. So going back, buying my tier 2 booties, then going to be upgrading to the Archangel components. Leona's asking, am I going to upload this game? And I just say I'm recording to maybe do a commentary over the footage. Hey, that's what I'm doing right now. Kind of weird, that, isn't it? But anyway, so the game's going pretty well. Everybody is more or less pretty fed. And Leona, obviously, you couldn't really say she's fed, but she's in a perfect position to be in for support. Which is like, she's not taking too many kills. She's actually pretty tanky. She's actually playing pretty well from what I can tell too. So, not bad at all. Looking for a stun on the Thresh. Don't manage to get it. Get myself in a little bit of a tricky situation with the Aurelia there, but I'm completely fine. Caitlyn goes to half health. Does have to flash away. And there are Baron pings, by the way, because yes, we can actually do Baron pretty quick. Because 1, Jax is bot lane, and 2, the combination of our comp does Baron quick. Lucian, Jarvan, the attack speed E, Rengar just in general, and Anivia does Baron really quick, and I can block people coming in, or slow them down quite a bit at least. So the enemy team is coming. Maybe I should have saved my wall for the inevitable NUNU. He flashes in, doesn't get anything. Enemy team coming in, the Aurelia ult hits me. Big team fight happening, they kill Rengar in the backline. Now they're stuck in the Baron pit. Leona flashes in, they all basically die. Jax is the only one remaining, and he's still in bot lane. So the enemy team have basically got a Shin on their team right now. Not being incredibly useful with just split pushing. We get Baron, we kill 4 of them. This game's not looking good for the enemy team. Now, whether or not I had to go bot lane to stop this is something that I could question. Maybe I didn't need to. Maybe I could have gone mid lane with the others. But I just did out of reaction. I didn't want that Jax to keep pushing and getting an inhib. And honestly, a Jax could not deal with me under a tower. Like, he can't tower dive in Anivia. I'd probably be able to survive. I do also have egg form up, so I think it was an okay call. My team anyway get the inhib in mid lane, and that's mainly the thing that we wanted anyway. But yeah, pretty damn good. So we stopped that. I might push one more wave if memory serves correct. Or I am going back. No, I'm pretty sure I push one more. I don't. Never mind. There is a dragon coming up pretty soon. I'm not entirely sure what dragon it is. It is a ocean dragon. You can see there in the chat. Again, when you're winning a game of League, there's so many people out there that go, oh, who cares? Let's just push. Like, who cares about the dragon? The dragon gives you stats. This ocean dragon gives us regen. That is not a bad thing to have. Regen, go for a team fight, go for a siege. You both get chunked. We have ocean dragon to regen us, and we're already ahead in gold. It is worth taking, 100%. There is every dragon is pretty much worth taking. Rengar goes for a play. He actually misses his first E there. Going for the Thresh kill. Managed to pick that up for myself. Makes myself full 112. Not a bad score. Again, helping my team a lot this game, rather than just being the pure carry. But we're all kind of carrying in our own way. The utility that I bring with the stuns, with the slows, hell, even the flash earlier that I saved the Rengar, that is a form of carrying. It might not be direct damage, but it is a form of carrying, which is something that a lot of people underestimate all the time. Meanwhile, my bot lane is actually still in bot lane. Leona was just pushing the minion wave in. We are looking just to try and do some now siege damage to the mid lane tower, because we have inhib in mid lane, obviously, so there's going to be super minions going in there. NUNU's coming in. I just throw the snowball just to make sure he doesn't fully engage. And this is where we need to combine being careful with having good siege, because as you can see on the minimap, the super minions are starting to come into the base, so we do need to pressure both. If we don't pressure both, then it's not going to happen. Throw another wall, stop the NUNU, go for the Q, really close on hitting that person, the Caitlyn. And you can see now on the minimap, 2 of the enemy team are stopping the supers. I don't know why Jarvan's like really far away. He should be here, because if he was here with the attack speed, we might actually have been able to kill this tower by now. Throw him another wall, completely just stopping that guy. Unfortunately, I get hooked because I'm trying to pressure probably a little bit too much. Again, they go for me. A lot of ultimates being used on me. They do get my egg. They do kill me. And that's probably going to be it. It was a mistake by me because I got hooked. Rengar coming in. He does actually just go straight for the tower, which is worth. It opens the enemy base. He is going to try and get away. Jax flashes too slow, and that's it. Now my team, with the super minion pressure in mid lane, can now go for the bot lane inhib. So it's still worth. Like, my death technically was worth it. Rengar does get chased down, get killed. They get in the inhib. They should just back out. And there's now 2 inhibs, not just 1. And I'd say that's pretty worth. Enemy team might actually be looking to chase. Jarvan goes for an engage. Not sure how this is going to go. He gets a 5-man ulti, by the way, but there's just too many bodies on the enemy team that are still alive. It was a great ultimate, 5-man ultimate. And if I was alive with my Anivia ultimate on top of that with a Q, that would have been amazing. But, again, it's still okay. We got technically aced, but we got another inhib. Now all we need to do is go top lane, pressure that, and pretty much win the game. And yeah, like Leona said, if she had ultimate as well, it's like a 5-man stun into a 5-man Jarvan. That would have been fantastic. But it's just time and a place. We just didn't have the cooldowns. And also I got caught earlier. So it's still fine. Pushing out top lane now. Hopefully my team will get the memo. Because again, where else are you going to go? I think I go and do blue buff, which I'd say, I think it's fine because my team is just like respawning now, so that we're not going to like be at the enemy base anytime soon. So I think I do decide to go down and get the blue. And then I think I'll probably go top lane and to join my team, if memory serves correct. Yeah, pretty smooth game. Like, nothing out of the ordinary too much. Fairly standard. Again, we're playing this Aurelia matchup quite often now on Anivia, so I am getting a little bit better at it. Knowing when I can kill her and knowing when I've got to be careful. It's just all I've got to do is just get my farm numbers up. Because, again, part of the matchup is being scared of her, but there is a limit of being too scared that I'm not getting any farm. So, that's the balance that I've got to have, is being scared so I don't die, but not being too scared that I'm on, like, terrible farm. And obviously, eventually when your teams start to group with you, I'm not going to get much farm anyway, because an AD carry can probably get it quicker than I can. Anyway, I've learnt my lesson, I think, from last time. There's the wall just to stop the NUNU every single time. I think also, by the way, the cooldowns are relatively similar. Like, my wall has an 8-second cooldown. I think his snowball has around a 10-second cooldown. So I can use my wall every single time he does that, which is kind of funny. So Rengar, by the way, is actually pressuring mid, which I don't think is a bad decision. I think he just has to be careful that he doesn't get 2v1'd. But this is going to give us pressure to get this tier 2, and then eventually pressure to go get the inhib. Jarvan doing a bit of damage. Backs off at the right time, you know, don't want to get too deep by himself. Rengar, if you're wondering what Rengar's doing, one, the inhib is respawned, but he actually probably wants to just be annoying with super minions and just be like, you know, you have to stop me or I'm going to, like, end up killing your Nexus towers with these supers. You know, they have to deal with it. They either have to go all in on us or they have to deal with the Rengar. It's one of the two. I think Rengar may have got engaged on there, but he does manage to get away, which also gives us pressure on this tower. So this is like the perfect kind of split at the moment. You know, usually I would say a Rengar would be doing this. I throw a wall just to stop the Jax. That also stops the snowball, which I didn't intend. But now this opens up the inhibitor. The enemy team, if you had to guess, they most likely will be looking for an engage pretty damn soon. Because, again, eventually you get impatient. You're like, guys, we're not stopping them. They're just getting more and more and more stuff. We have to stop them eventually. And that's where just a random engage can come. Get a stun on the NUNU. Jax goes for an engage. Managed to get a little bit away. Jarvan does go down pretty damn quick. We get another inhib, which isn't bad. But we've got to be just careful for these, like, couple deaths here and there. It's definitely slowing us down. And like I mentioned earlier, you don't want to give deaths. It slows you down when you want to just win the game ASAP. And what I'd say, because some people like, if this game goes to 40, 50 minutes, who would win? Probably the enemy team with their comp. Well, kinda. Like, Anivia, I would say, is very effective versus their team comp. So maybe we would be okay. But, you know, they have a Jax, they've got a Caitlyn, which outranges a Lucian. Jax is just a monster that will eventually be able to deal with a Rengar really easily. So it's not a free win. The only thing that the enemy team obviously is missing is an AP mage, so potentially we could just build armor and stuff and be okay. I'm a little bit worried that they're doing the Baron, so that's why I'm sticking around. But when I see Caitlyn top, Aurelia mid, and Jax bot, I'm kind of thinking they can't be doing it. But we could do it pretty soon. But decided I'm not going back yet, because the next item I think I want is Death Cap. I can't buy it yet. Like, I could sell a Doran's Ring or the Corrupting for that, but it's not worth to me. I'd rather just stay around, do the Baron as quick as we can as a team. Gonna start it myself without, like, the AD carry or Rengar. Rengar's going for the Caitlyn, does manage to one-shot her because she was alone. Should not be alone at this point of the game. Gonna throw the snowball, throw the wall. Honestly, that NUNU came a lot quicker than I thought, but he comes too early, so the Baron is nowhere near, and we just kill him, get the Baron for free. And that's probably going to be game as we probably look to push in for the final kind of hurrah. None of my teammates are dead. Caitlyn and NUNU are dead. We get the Baron. So yeah, honestly, pretty damn good game. Really smooth. A lot of it snowballed from the level 1. You know, the level 1 itself, as I said, wasn't catastrophic for the enemy team. They only lost one person, but it was the events after the level 1 that probably Jax played too aggressive without having flash. That's the type of thing that actually would have probably stopped the enemy team doing well. Throw a wall, get another stun on the Jax. Probably going to go for a bit of damage. Aurelia going for all in for the Lucian because, again, she has to kill the Lucian. She actually misses a roll on him but hits the Leona. Throw a really weird wall that kind of splits the Lucian and the Aurelia away. Jax respawns straight into my ultimate. He goes down. That gets me another kill. And Leona jumps on. NUNU's coming in. Wall too late, unfortunately. Flash over, ignoring people. Get the stun on the Caitlyn. Gonna try and get the Caitlyn. I do manage to get it. NUNU's trying to kill the Rengar. Gonna try and save him. He does flash on top of him, and he does go down too. So there is the game. So we end the game 6-2 and something. We'll check at the end. But if I'm not mistaken, that will actually get us into the promo. And I will say, I'm not sure if I'll do every single game of the promo. I have already played it, by the way. But maybe we'll do like one of the games of the promo, maybe two. But there we go. We win the game. I honoured somebody, I think the Leona. And then just to confirm, again, I haven't updated the rank like up there because like I'm not technically doing actual commentaries here, so I forgot to update the actual rank. A couple of missions are complete, and we end up, we're in series, so we're back in series to Diamond 4. So we go 6, 2, 15, 173 farm, get a few honours, and then damage, not terrible, kind of in the mix of things, which is completely fine. So that's going to be it. If you guys enjoy, like, subscribe, see you guys next time. See ya.